Oddio, per un attimo mi stanno avvissando alla piscina.
Just that there was the podcast.
Oddio. Are you okay?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Talk It Out with myself and Francesca. I'm just totally enjoying this experience. I think we're having an amazing blast, and I know everybody saw previous episodes, but this one is also sure to please. I guarantee.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we start though, I'd like to thank JJR Studios, the production crew who is responsible for all this awesomeness. And we'd also like to thank Cafe Johnny. Thank you for this awesome location.
Beautiful.
We had the cannolis tonight. I don't know about you, I'm a cannoli freak. And was it ever good? The Philly cheesesteak was also good. The sausage sandwich was amazing.
And we love sausage.
I love sausage. Everybody knows.
It already started.
You're not alone in that.
There you go. So
Oh my God.
also we'd like to shout out or give a shout out to our brother station, bro station, our bro sessions with Steph and Ovani, and that incidentally is the ghost voice you hear in the beyond of this episode. There he is.
Hello there, people.
Thanks,
the charming ghost voice.
You got it.
So before we start, how was everybody's day?
Wonderful.
Wonderful?
Yeah, I did my driving license test.
You did? And how did that go?
I didn't pass it. That's why I'm drinking. So cheers to that. But I passed it 2/3 of it. So just
very good.
So, do me a favor. Let us know when you pass, so I'll stop taking the car.
Be off the road.
You know we love you.
I don't, but whatever.
She's like, yeah, okay.
Joking. Love.
I actually had a very interesting day. I nearly ran over a pedestrian who was walking between my car as it was in motion.
Driving test.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
no, but
why
I passed my driving test. Although this person walked in front of me, and I just, being Italian, you know, we have a fiery spirit, but I was very nonchalant. I have to admit, I was very nonchalant, very low key.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't hear you 2 miles away.
So you didn't say
maybe three. I don't know, but I was trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, he is still alive?
Maybe he had a heart attack. I'm pretty sure he probably had a heart attack. But I don't know what it is. The traffic today was a disaster.
Yeah.
Note to self, don't ever run anybody over.
I know. I could go to jail.
On purpose.
I could go to jail.
On purpose.
I think
She'll probably do it. No, sorry, no.
Very good advice.
I've seen her
by the
driving.
way.
What?
I'm a good driver. I'm a good driver, right, Louis? Never mind. Never mind, Louis.
Silence.
I'm a good driver.
No, she's a good driver.
I see. I'm a good driver. Yeah.
Yeah.
En tout cas. So basically, today, speaking of traffic, because everybody has to go everywhere, and that would include visiting houses. Huh?
Yes.
Visiting houses, whether it's sellers, buyers. This was a crazy, crazy market. And our guest today is actually a professional in the field of real estate. Bianca Musto is a professional real estate broker. She dedicates her time to her clients, buyers, and sellers. And I think it's very important that today we have a little talk with Bianca to see what she's all about and maybe give us a little bit of an insight.
Yeah, which is very much needed in this time. As you were saying, the market is going crazy. So maybe she can give us some good insight, some good advice. So
Absolutely.
welcome, Bianca. Thank you so much for being here today with us.
My pleasure. I'm excited to get some important topics addressed. So let's get started.
So I want to start with the first question. So as a professional as you are, so what is the main goal when you work with a buyer and a seller?
Okay, that's a great question. Thanks for asking. Obviously, there's different goals that depending on when you're working with a buyer, you want to make sure that you accompany the buyer through the steps. So first, we want to get the buyer qualified. We want to narrow down exact qualified, meaning a mortgage, a pre-approval. You want to know exactly what their dream home looks like, and you want to accompany them through the process. So making the offer, negotiating the offer, inspection, getting to the notary, and finally getting your keys in your hands.
Wow.
So that's on the buyer side, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just on the buyer side.
Just on the buyer
And
side.
with the seller?
And with the seller, well, for the seller, the main goal is obviously to get them the most money possible
Sure.
for their home. So again, it's a process. You want to make sure you market the property properly, attract enough buyers so that you can bring the seller most money possible. And it's another process. You've got to do inspection, you've got negotiation of an offer, negotiation of inspection, and then going to the notary and finally collecting the check.
Wow. I think you are kind of trade union between these two entities, these two people.
That's it.
But also, it's a job that requires lots of diplomacy. Is that correct?
Correct. We want to make sure that you stay very professional. It is a very emotional process when you're buying and selling.
Okay.
So your professionalism is key, and you want to make sure that your emotions do not take the better part of you.
Okay. Yeah, well, understand.
Do you ever have any type of transactions where you had to sympathize or show a compassion towards a client, whether it be a buyer or a seller?
Absolutely. You have, first of all, when you're dealing with this emotional process of buying or selling, being human is part of the job, because you have to understand that it is a process that the other person is going through, and I'm there to lead them through the process, to accommodate them, to make sure that it's an easy transition, whether they're buying or selling. So I'm
That's
there
very
to
good.
accompany them through the whole process.
Very nice. So what's the most important advice that you would give a first-time buyer?
First-time buyers, I would definitely recommend to start off by visiting the bank, getting a pre-approval so you know exactly how much you can shop for. Because the last thing you want to do is fall in love with a property and then find out that you can't buy it. So pre-approval is key. And then, of course, hire a professional real estate broker to guide you through the process so that you make sure that the whole process is smooth, professional, and that you have exactly what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Also, because I was thinking in 1 year or so to probably try to. Yeah, exactly. Fantastic.
It would be
And
my
this thing,
pleasure.
like with the pre-approval, yeah, the mortgage is really with the bank. I think it's really key.
Yeah.
It gives you also this that serenity, that way of thinking that you are not too stressed, so you can just find your home, knowing what you can offer right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, you don't want to fall in love with a home and then find out you can't purchase it because now you've become emotionally attached and
Yeah.
you can't have it. So
Oh my God, that's
definitely a process.
for sure.
So you kind of answer already some part of this question that I'm going to ask you. But why should someone use a real estate broker?
Someone should use a real estate broker because it's a profession that is studied by most. We're all licensed, and there's a reason that we're licensed. It's because we know what to do, how to do it, the
Okay.
laws. There's always some sort of a hiccup in a transaction, and if you're not knowledgeable in the transaction, how can you possibly work through the transaction if you have no idea what you're doing? So it's just like going to get your tires changed at the garage. Well, yeah, you can change your own tires, but will they fall off while you're driving? Maybe.
Yeah.
Same
Sure.
idea.
Yeah.
Depends if
Makes
Lisa's
sense.
driving or not. What? What?
That's totally
My
makes
tires
sense.
stay on, I'll have you know. Okay.
Thank God. Thank,
Either with you or with you. That's for sure.
thank God for mechanics.
Peanut gallery.
There's a lot of different examples you can use. You want to make sure that you're getting, first of all, the best price.
Okay.
That's number one. Because I negotiate deals every day.
So you know
Who
how
better
to
to
do it.
negotiate for you
Yeah.
than someone who negotiates every day, right?
That's
You have,
good.
you have a lot of experience though with negotiations and stuff.
Yes, I've been in real estate for 15 years,
Oh wow.
and I've been in sales for over 20.
Oh wow. So you know.
So
Wow.
She'll sell you a
Good.
tire.
not my specialty.
She'll sell you a house.
That, yes, I'll stick to real estate.
There you go. So how do you see the role of female brokers in real estate? Do you feel it's challenging, not challenging? Like, give us a little bit of insight on that.
I think the market has really welcome female brokers. There's a lot of female brokers presently on the market. And I think we're all more than apt to do and deliver exactly what the seller and buyers need. So female brokers are pretty strong out there. We've got a good handle on it.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm curious because we'll be talking about many things that as a professional you should do as a professional real estate broker. So what is the biggest challenge, for example, someone that wants to, two things. For someone that wants to, proceed in this career or that you have faced in your career?
Okay, so becoming a real estate broker, you have to be committed. There's, it's something you have to work over the years. It's a business that you have to build. So it takes time to build your business. And you have to be dedicated to want to succeed. And at the same time, you have to also be dedicated to the client because that's your business. Your clients are your business.
Sure. And the biggest challenge that throughout your career you have faced up until now? If there's some.
Yeah, I think time. That's a great question,
I know.
Francesca. Thanks for asking. I believe it's time management.
Okay.
So trying to manage, your career and family, and wanting to be successful. So you're going to balance it all out. I think that's the biggest challenge is managing your time.
Holy tomatoes, it's true, huh? When
Yeah.
you put it in hindsight, it's true. Because you guys are always on the road.
We're always on the road.
So whether it's a buyer or a seller, and they can be pretty demanding.
Well, that's it. It requires time.
And how are you with a demanding client, let's say? Like, let's say I'm a buyer and I'm demanding. And I'm not demanding, but let's say I'm demanding. Quiet over there.
What?
Quiet over there.
What?
I don't hear nothing.
What?
I don't hear nothing over there. How come whenever I talk, I get the peanut gallery talking over here?
Not the peanut gallery, just me.
Yeah. Oh, that's like the
That's the peanut gallery.
Yeah, never mind. I won't say it.
Never mind. What?
I love it. Do it again.
I was
I
just
don't hear
listening
this.
to that
What
and
is
I was
going
like,
on?
What's that,
Oh no.
My
That
God.
was great. That was great.
So, Lisa, are you telling me that you are a demanding client?
Never. Never.
Oh my
I'm a
God.
very open-minded, subtle, low-key individual. And I don't do anything. Don't listen to that riff-raff over there. They're so terrible. Hey, gesundheit. No, I'm not demanding, but I'm saying, let's say, for example, I made myself as an example. Let's say I was a demanding client, I had certain criteria, like, how would you take, and I'm a first-time buyer. I never bought a house before. I don't know what I want. I want a mobile home. I want a cottage. I want a bungalow. I hate bungalows, but a bungalow, or how would you focus me as a first-time buyer?
Well, that's a great question. Actually, it's by asking you questions. So one question leads to another question so we can determine exactly what it is you want. Because if you don't know what you want, we'll never find you a home. And sometimes you don't know what you want, but by asking the important question, what's important to you and what is it where do you see yourself living is a good way to narrow down what you're looking for, where you want to go, and if you're going to be happy there.
Now, let's say, for example, I'm the type of person I don't know what I want. What types of things would you ask me to direct me?
Well, I would ask you a question. Are we looking for a house?
Or a condo?
Or a condo?
Okay.
Or are we looking 2 floors, 3 floors? Do you want your living room and dining room on the same floor as your bedroom? If you tell me no, okay, so now we don't want a condo. Maybe we want a house.
Okay.
Are you good with stairs?
Yes.
There's so many questions. You have to get down to the details.
Okay.
And then once you narrow it down, you start working together and you narrow it down and you narrow it down until you find the right home.
Can I ask you the question that I'm pretty sure everybody wants to hear? How do you tell a client that is just a pain in the ass? Like, how do you compose yourself to not say, could you go F yourself because you're really annoying me? I'm sure, in every business we have that, right?
It's called bite your tongue.
Is it like...
Yeah, Vanny.
Yeah, no, that's my problem, I guess. I don't bite my tongue. But I'm sure that must be an issue, right?
Well, there's all kinds of clients, as you know.
Like,
you have
especially in
busy
today's
clients.
world, right?
Yeah.
Like, YouTube, everybody knows everything. Everybody knows,
that's
everybody's a DJ, everybody's a musician, everybody's a real estate broker. Everybody knows everything. And so a client is trying to tell you how to do your job. How do you deal with that?
Very, very, very nicely and in a very direct way. You know, I will ask the client what he does for a living. And if he tells me, well, I have a bar. Okay, great. So you have a bar, that's your specialty, correct? He's going to ask me, yes, that's my specialty. So ask me to run the bar. Do you think that I'm going to run it as efficient as you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
That's
for real
good.
estate.
So you deal with them like
I try to
basically-
use logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sorry.
Some of us don't have logic in this
Sorry,
room.
you know.
Logically speaking, I can't run the bar. I can sell homes, but I can't
But
run
I can't.
the bar.
Gotcha. No, I mean that. See, I know that, but you meet so many people that don't, and it's, they think
They
they know,
pretend.
and everybody knows. Whatever it is, why that house is not worth that. Actually, you study it every day, and you know exactly what it's worth.
As a
So
professional, we study homes every day, exactly, the prices of homes every day.
And in terms of sector, how does it work? Because I know sometimes they say, well, do you know this area? Do you not know this area? How do you treat those cases?
What's good about what I've been doing for many 15 years is that I don't only work in one sector. So my knowledge of the Montreal area is really great.
Okay.
I work in many different sectors, and that allows me to have enough knowledge
Okay.
to help guide the client. So if the client tells me I need to be next to the metro, well, I'm not going to take them to Rosemere where there's no metro.
Yeah.
So depending on what their needs are, that's how we'll narrow down the sector. If they tell me they want to be peace and quiet and they want 30,000 square feet of land, well, that's not going to be in Montreal
yeah,
unless they have a $50 million budget.
yeah, exactly.
Oh
So,
my.
again, depending on your needs, that's where we'll direct you. Make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yeah. And we've been talking a lot about professionalism, and everything you're telling us tonight is about being professional. But if you have to narrow what are the absolutely don'ts in this profession, and also because this will help also the people who are following us to know
Yeah.
when they're dealing with a professional, because I believe, as Stefano was saying today, everybody pretend to know everything, and they say, oh, but it's just about homes, So, but there's a lot behind, and we're seeing and listening to it tonight. So, what are the don'ts in this profession? So, to help the other to understand when they're dealing with someone who has the knowledge, and it's a serious.
Okay, so I just want to understand the question better. So what you're asking me is, what should you look for in a professional broker? Is that what you're asking?
Is that this in this sense, but also what are the things that a professional broker shouldn't do?
Shouldn't do.
Yeah,
Do's and don'ts.
Ah,
do's and
I
don'ts.
see.
Yeah.
Well, ignore your client for number one. So I think that if you decide that you're going to do real estate, you want to make sure that you are available for your clients. You want to be professional enough to take their calls, to service them, and to make sure that you help their dreams come true. Because to me, that's important. So I would want to work with someone that actually cares about my needs, what's
Okay.
important to me.
Yeah. In terms of preparation, like of knowledge,
For knowledge, for schooling, you mean, to become
schooling,
a
but
broker?
also like knowledge on the field, what they should know to be, what a good broker should know to be a good broker, to make the difference.
Should know how to negotiate. They should know, the laws of real estate, obviously. But you learn all of that in school.
Okay.
And when you come out of school, that's the first thing you know is how to stay out of trouble because you learn a lot about laws.
Okay.
So
see?
that's really key. You want to
Okay.
make sure that you know all your laws of, what's applicable in an offer, what are the rules.
Okay.
There's a lot of legality
Okay.
around an offer because it is a binding contract between a seller and a buyer, and it is a binding contract between the broker and the seller or the buyer.
Okay.
So they're binding contracts. So it's important. to
I have a
know your
little
law.
question here. Sorry, this is like to change it up because it's very, like business oriented, and I love it because it's very interesting.
Sorry,
No, I love it.
that's-
It's great.
that's who, tend
It's
to
we need to
take the
know. We need to
professional
know
side of
this.
it.
But now on the funny side,
Yeah.
can you think of a scenario where you walked into the house, or like give me the biggest disaster that you've seen as a house. You walk in, you're like, oh my fuck. You know, I think I saw a real estate agent on Facebook or something, and he showed pictures of a basement that was like destroyed. The floor was ripped up. Like, can you think of a disaster that happened in your field where, I don't know, you went to show a house and you spilled a pot of coffee right before you got in, or I don't know, something funny or something crazy.
Let me think. I had many years ago, early on in my career, I was selling a home, and it's like I had walked into the 1970s. You know, the shaggy carpet with the shaggy lampshades, and I was like, I was in complete retro.
Did you call her Donna Summer or something?
Everything about that house, and I used to make a joke about it, and then we actually back then we got multiple offers for
Really?
this house.
Oh my God.
Yes, the shag rug.
With the shaggy rug and everything, and I thought to myself, this must be the
new
most
trend.
ugliest. I am going to get a trophy for selling the most ugliest house.
Or was
That
there ever a
joke.
time where like clients are just a disaster, the people that live in the house are just a mess, or you walk there and it's I don't know, something crazy like that?
I've had a lot of decluttering.
Sure.
So, you know,
Hoarders or something?
Yeah, like if that's going on, I kind of hire somebody to help out. So it's happened. Oh, don't
You
worry.
hire a psychologist?
All kinds.
I can imagine. It's interesting to know because you probably see all kinds of stuff in different people,
Kinds.
right?
Yeah, you see all kinds. But again, you know, you're a professional and you're there to serve. So that is your number one goal.
Hats off to you for that. It's not easy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You have to say,
Definitely.
sometimes you want to walk out of the house, take your clothes off, and
And-
burn them.
You see, that's it.
You're afraid you caught a disease walking through the door.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. Not often, but it's happened.
Oh my God.
Oh
man,
my
that's
God,
funny.
that's funny. So where can people find you? They want Bianca Musto. Where can they find you?
You can just look me up. You could Google me. You can look me up on Facebook. You can Instagram. I'm all over the place.
Give them your name and where they can find you.
Okay,
Like the
so my name is Bianca Musto, and I work at Royal Lepage du Quartier. And like I said, you can just Google my name and boom, you'll find me. I'm there.
the sexy, tall, black-haired lady.
Exactly.
That's it. Now it comes time for
So rapid response,
response.
which is our little
Game.
that
Oh,
we
this is
do.
fun.
That is very funny, and we can't wait. So who's gonna start?
Oh well, we have to tell you what what the game is.
Oh yeah, right.
yeah, yeah.
So what we're gonna do? We're
Yeah.
gonna just ask you some random questions about random subjects,
Okay.
and then you will have 5 seconds to tell us the first 3 things that comes to your mind.
She's like this.
This
yes,
is gonna be
yes.
fun.
And drinking actually helps a lot.
Exactly.
Strongly recommended by Licombare doctors.
Yeah.
They have like a specialization in that in this
Okay,
game.
good.
So yes, drinking
Sweet.
is part of
We have our own field,
of the
research
game.
field.
So
I think maybe we can ask Stefano.
yeah, I
to
got the
help with
questions
us.
right here. I'm
Okay,
ready.
but can we have the timer?
Oh yeah,
This
we have
time?
the timer. Who's
We
the
were gonna
timer?
take the little bell, ding, but it
We
didn't
have-
work.
Okay, so it's 5 seconds.
It's 5 seconds, so we have just a question for you. Our question is different from hers.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we don't have a chance to repeat the
repeat.
same answers.
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Okay, go.
Whatever
So-
comes on your head, eh? Okay,
You have
go.
5 seconds, and the first one is for Bianca. Bianca, name 3 things that you would do in a car.
Drink my coffee. Supposed to not text, but text.
Get dirty. What? Sorry. Sorry, I wrecked it. What was your third thing?
My third thing was I didn't finish. I didn't get to number 3.
You have
okay,
to get
Talk and sing out loud.
Nice.
I
See,
love
I'm used
to
to.
dance, actually.
We're
Sorry,
so
I take
used
that
to.
back.
We're so used to playing with Francesca and Lisa this game that I already know their answers before.
Oh my God. I'm not ready. Try again.
Okay, the next one is for Lisa and Francesca. Who wrote these questions?
Imagine magic.
Name
Guess who?
name 3 things you should never do in a car.
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Lisa and Francesca.
No, wait,
You
yes,
start,
yes,
you
yes,
start.
am I going to
You
start?
start.
Lisa first.
Okay. Oh my God, it's a treasure. Okay, 3 things I should never do in a car: pick my nose, chew my nails, and wink at men.
We
Wink at men. That's
Wink at men.
odd. Okay, Francesca, you have 5 seconds.
okay. Swear against the other drivers.
Uh-huh.
That's, like put my lipstick because it never comes out. I put my nail polish
Nail
because it
polish.
never works.
What about eating a Big Mac? Because I've mastered that. While driving, yes. And I don't even spill.
Oh.
What?
My God.
Look at her, you have her drinking crepes.
The drink is done. Kumba.
Come on. All right, we got a question for Bianca.
Another one.
Tell us, we got quite a few. Tell us 3 words that you use a lot.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay.
You have 5 seconds, not 5 hours.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Tell me when the timer goes.
Go, it starts.
Oh my God. No. Yes.
Back to
I'm not-
basics.
I won't ask the context.
Yes.
Sorry.
Use your imagination.
I did. Okay. Question for Lisa and Francesca. Francesca, you're first this time.
Yeah, but
Name your favorite 3 songs to sing in the shower. And the timer starts now.
yeah, I will survive. The show must go on. But because they're very long, the show must go on, and I will survive. Like just to do it. So let's say 2 because the end you're dead. Like it's such a long shower, you know.
And what's the 3rd song? I know you're out of time, but it doesn't matter.
Third song, I Can Stand the Rain.
Okay.
I can stand the
Okay,
rain.
I guess because you're getting wet. I don't know.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Probably.
We don't know where this is going.
What?
We
What's
really
wrong?
don't know where this is going.
Whatever.
Okay.
I just.
I got issues, yes. Lisa, you got to answer that.
Somebody figured that out. Yeah.
I'm going to guess that Lisa's favorite songs are from the 80s. Just a wild guess. Anyway,
With y'all.
3 favorite songs to sing in the shower.
Love is a battlefield. Always. And keep the faith.
Always Bon Jovi?
I
What?
love
I know what you're
that.
thinking about. Hello, John. What? John?
He does have the moves. He does have the moves.
Always.
Exactly.
I've been there when
No, me, I just sing always.
Oh, boy.
My God.
All right. Thank God this is not my podcast. What? Sorry. This one is for Bianca.
Okay. Let's go.
This is a good one. 3
Yeah, this
things
is
you
a good-
never want to find in your house.
I don't want to find cockroaches.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to find rats.
Mhm.
And I don't want to find spiders.
So men in general.
No men.
No men.
No men.
Get Winston.
I have Winston, the dog. He's a man.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I really find him cute.
I know.
He's
He's
so
adorable.
deliciously adorable. He really is.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
So we went from Bon Jovi to Winston. Cool. All right, no problem.
You haven't met Winston yet.
I
He
haven't. I
obeys.
haven't.
You're
He
gonna
obeys.
fall in love.
Okay.
He's gonna come on the next podcast.
Are we gonna interview him?
He's sitting with me. He's sitting with me.
Where are we going now? Questions for Lisa and Francesca. Tell us 3 things. By the way, Lisa, you're first. 3 things that could get you thrown out of a bar.
My God.
If you're not vaccinated.
I'm sorry I lost.
You have 5 seconds.
Non-vaccination. Thank you very much, Bianca.
So diplomatic, by the way.
Yeah, boring. What?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my
Time's up. I'm so
God.
sad.
Not even one answer.
Fighting
No.
with somebody, picking, you know.
3 things that can get me thrown out of a bar. Obscene gestures. Obscene sounds.
Stefano without a shirt.
Yeah, that would. No, that's when you run out of a bar, not get
Yeah,
thrown out of
to
a bar.
catch him and bring him back. What?
Big
Stefano.
Floyd.
Francesca, please tell me you have better answers than that. 3 things that could get us thrown out of a bar.
I honestly, it's very hard. Usually, no one actually is gonna kick out a girl unless
True.
she throws on the bar of maybe throwing.
Throwing up?
Yeah, throwing out on the bar or on the floor. Maybe this could be a thing.
That could be a thing.
Very embarrassing. Probably, how do you say one photo bomb? Like you, like that.
No,
You're
they would
showing
actually
juggalos.
Yeah, exactly.
flashing. No, they would actually call more of you to come and tell you to come every night.
Maybe they will take like for a while, but then they're gonna throw it. If you do continuously, probably it's gonna be a problem.
I don't think so.
And and the third thing, I don't know, just get locked inside the bathroom.
Hi, sir.
Okay.
How are you? Welcome.
We have passerbys that are checking us out here.
Checking me out.
Checking.
I thought we knew him, but whatever.
To me, I know everybody. Hey, how you doing? Anyways, yeah. So that concludes our.
That is our. I mean, we could ask more questions, but nah. Do we
No?
want to keep playing or no?
Yeah, ask some more questions.
Yeah,
Danny.
yeah.
I know you're dying to ask Bianca.
No,
one.
no.
Ask me something good.
Now I have. Lisa came up with these questions. What? They
are good.
They were good. They were. Does it have to do with real estate?
No.
What are three things you find? What are the first three things you look for in a man?
Oh, shh. You want another shot there, Bianca?
Okay, men. Your kindness,
Oh!
That's cute.
Yeah.
humble,
Mm-hmm.
and the wallet.
In the wallet. Okay, I have no chance. In all of those three, no chance.
Just kidding.
Me,
I'm not humble.
I would have thrown
I have
ass
no
in
money.
there. I would have thrown ass in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
nice
Yeah,
ass.
you know,
Nice ass.
A nice ass,
chest.
a nice chest,
ass,
exactly.
yeah,
Nice
you know,
chest.
I want him to look
Nice
good.
arms.
Nicely dressed.
We didn't ask you, girls. So I don't know. The question
Nice
was for
arms where
Bianca.
they can
So
lift
we
you up
want
and
Yeah.
carry you like a
kindness, we
baton.
want
Yeah.
honesty. We want them to be
Yeah, that's
dressed
Rich.
nice. You know.
Also,
Hold on, I'm gonna send you the
Also.
list. We can publish.
also,
That's the dot. She says the dot. Us, we want.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Oh,
the
that's a good
big-
question. Our buddy Louis here has a good question.
What are your turnoffs?
What are the first three things that turn you off of a guy?
Rudeness, cockiness, and full of himself.
Gotcha. God, I really have no chance. What, are you describing me? What? Okay, Lisa, Francesca, you can answer those.
What
Well,
turns me
turn
off?
off?
The first three things that turn you off of a guy.
who's gonna start first?
Well, I think we're pretty much the same.
Yeah,
Someone who's dishonest,
yeah,
someone you can't trust,
yeah. Cockiness too. I hate
cockiness
it when
too,
they,
arrogance and all of that.
arrogance,
Yeah, that throws me off.
Yeah, and when they try to buy you with their money.
Yeah.
I don't need your
Yeah,
freaking,
I
I
agree.
owe mine. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's it.
looking for someone to take
Agreed.
care of me.
Yeah.
I can take care of myself. We can share stuff together. We
Okay,
can do
but
things together.
Let's
but
be
this-
honest. Like, there's a threshold, right? At a certain point, you say, "Okay, I'll deal with whatever. He's got money." Come on, man.
Negatory.
I prefer a gentleman. He has
Yes.
to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's key.
But is he a gentleman with no money? That's a good question.
You know, like
Yeah.
Francesca said, I can take care of myself.
Exactly.
You don't need
Yeah,
money
but what do you
to be
feel?
a
You know, the guy
gentleman.
has no money. He's too shy to tell you. He's a gentleman, but he's like, "Can you pay for the bill?" What is that? What does that do? Like, do you pull a like? Well,
Yeah, well, it is a little bit of a turn off.
right?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
a little bit
okay,
of a turn
cool.
off. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest, the
Let's
first
be
time, at
honest.
least.
It is a little bit of a turn off.
Mm.
But you know, you got to get to know somebody. So
Mm. So you'll pay that bill the first time.
I may,
You may.
if
Cool.
I really, if I really like this person, I may.
If that house in Westmount sold.
Not about the house.
And he's not a hoarder.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm saying, it's,
I think all in everything comes, in a package. So there's
Yeah.
good and there's bad.
no, I
So
agree
true.
for sure.
You wanna find a good milieu.
That's so true.
Mhm.
Yeah, but physical traits are important too.
Physical traits are important, but so is character.
Absolutely.
Because you could be the best looking person and have the worst character. So like,
Yes, that's true.
And
you
that's
know,
a
you
turn
gotta,
off.
you gotta live with
And
this
that's a
person.
definitely
Seriously.
turn
That's a
off.
definite thing, exactly.
No, I think what's inside is way more important than what's on the outside.
But you know what? Whether they have money or not, as long as they're humble about it and you can have a decent conversation with the person, I think it's important.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, whether it's buying a house, whether it's owning a bar, whether it's whatever the type of person is, I think the most important is, I think there's a fly going in your drink.
It's finished.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is,
It's a mayfly. It's suicide.
That's a male fly. Yeah, that's it.
Just committed suicide. He
That's
didn't-
it.
he wasn't a contender.
He tried with the 3 women and struck out, so he just went, nah, I'm done.
Well, that's it. I mean, basically, I base the questions on the fact that it sort of gives you, a positive and negative to every aspect of life, whether it be real estate, whether it be everyday person. I think it's very important to note that, we're all women. We all have a sense of, I guess, self-confidence and self-esteem, especially in real estate. I feel that it's very important for you to have that build, that air that you are confident in your work. And I think that's what people will look for as well. In every aspect. I don't think it's just in a relationship. I think it's also in the profession.
That's so
Because you
true.
want to deal with somebody who has that confidence, and not just knowledge, but the confidence,
Confidence, of course.
to close a deal, to go ahead and say, well, this broker is going to speak for me.
Well, bottom line is, if you don't believe in yourself, definitely your clients are not going to believe in you.
Exactly.
So you have to believe in yourself. Confidence is key.
Exactly.
For sure,
And
definitely.
And this is a business
Yeah.
that can really decrease the morale,
Yeah.
I find. So when you just having the knowledge will always back you up, but just the fact that you have that assurance, that self assurance, that you can say, you know what, I am an empowered woman. I know what I'm doing. I know my information. And yes, whether you can work for yourself, work in a team, you know who you are, and you know that you represent people's needs to the best of your ability. And I think that's the most important thing. Am I wrong?
Basically, in a nutshell,
Yeah.
knowledge is confidence.
Exactly. So, and in terms of collaborating with people, I think doesn't it also stem into that as well when you're collaborating with other people? Let's say, for example, you're with another broker
Yes.
that you have an animosity with. Let's say it's an unfortunate animosity.
Okay?
Okay, you are a professional,
You are professional.
and how would you handle that?
Professionalism.
Yeah.
There's nothing personal between you and another broker.
Mhm.
It's a job.
Yes.
So the minute your emotions come into play,
Mhm.
you're no longer being professional.
Mhm.
You're taking it personal, and it's not personal.
Mhm.
As much as you want to give your client the service,
Mhm.
negotiation is not personal.
Yes.
It's a transaction.
And in terms of befriending your clients, right? Because a lot of people, I know when I bought my house like a few years ago, and I'm not a difficult client. I only saw 27 houses. Okay.
You were lucky. There aren't 27 houses for sale.
I
these
know.
days.
See, but I had my pickings. I have to tell you. Okay, this is a pretty scary story. I was like disgusted. I'm not going to say where the house was, but when I went into the house. First of all, you know when they paint the walls and the wooden floors are painted, you know there's a problem. So I walked in, and the first place I goes to is the kitchen. I'm a kitchen person, right? So I like to see the size of the kitchen. I like to walk around, open the cabinets. I'm very handsy and hands-on. So I need to know my space. When I went downstairs, there was a bedroom. I saw a plate of spaghetti. I saw drinks, and right away I wanted to yak and get out of the house. Not to mention that the house had a little bit of a rancid smell, and that didn't work for me. So, but I'm not a difficult client. But 27 houses later, I managed to find my house. But the broker that I was with at the time, I was asking, "Hey, how are ya? Yeah, hi. Yeah, blow a kiss." So at the time when I was buying my house, I found at the time that my broker did not really inform me as well as that broker should have.
Okay.
Right? So, in a sense like that, if you feel as a first-time buyer that your questions are not being answered, what do you do?
Address them.
Yeah.
Address them. Ask your client. Ask your broker why you're not getting an answer.
But how would you build a confidence in a first-time buyer?
First of all, the confidence comes when the broker knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna visit a house and I know nothing about this house, and I don't even know what a house means,
Yeah.
you're not gonna hire me.
Okay.
So knowledge is key.
Yes.
So you want to know that your broker knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
How many years have they been in business? How many houses have they sold?
Mm-hmm.
What is the ratio?
Yes.
There's so many ways you can, find out if this is a good broker for you.
Yeah.
Ask them for a referral. Can ask for 3 referrals.
Yes.
There's different approaches. I mean, word of mouth.
Yes.
What? Sorry, can I chime in? Lewis actually came up with this question. what is the best feeling you get on the job? Like, what gives you the most satisfaction? What is like, yes, you know?
Clients like me.
Close the deal.
Is it the closing? Is it the people's reaction? Is
It's
it
when I know that my client
Mm-hmm.
has found their dream home and they're happy. And after they move in, I love to follow up with them and I want to make sure that they're happy. Now I am satisfied. That for me is a win when I know that my clients are happy because
okay?
helping other people is what I love to do.
That's great. Now I have another one. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not normal. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
not
letting you know this.
We
No.
knew.
That's
So-
nothing new.
I'm in the
You're
music
not us.
business, right? I'm
You're
in the
not
music
discovering
business,
the
and
fire.
I've done a lot of corporate parties.
Okay.
So I have played Remax parties. I have
Yes.
played. I think I've done. I'm not sure if I've done Royal Page or not, but I've done lawyers' offices and stuff like that. And let me tell you, they're not normal parties.
Okay.
It's kind of like the
Are you
Olympians.
inviting me to a non-normal party?
No. I'm asking. I'm asking. I don't know why this pops in my head, but because I've seen these parties, and I'm gonna say quote unquote how dirty they are. How, the Olympians, the stories you hear about the Olympians, that they all go crazy when they're at the Olympics.
Okay.
Like how crazy must the field be? Like I've seen it personally. Real estate agents, brokers, just. Man, it's a mess. Like it's a love triangle mess. Bathroom stalls, like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I've seen it. Now, is it like that? Is it like that guys are chauvinist, not chauvinistic, but people hooking up with all kinds of different people? Is it? I don't know if you want to answer this or not.
I
You can
don't,
tell me.
actually.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know what they say? What
Uh-huh.
happens in Vegas
Stays in Vegas.
I love
Okay,
Vegas.
which answers my question.
So
and
what
it's
happens?
awesome.
What happens at the Christmas party stays at the Christmas
No,
party.
I don't. Honestly, I don't mean it that way. I've actually played weddings of real estate brokers.
Right,
So
right.
yes, I'm crazy asking what happens at these parties. No, but is there a lot of interrelationships, like relationships within the field that happen?
There could be.
Okay.
But again, you want to stay. You want to stay professional. Yeah, and
Oh, for sure.
being in the same field with someone that you're dating, it's great because they understand you.
Mhm. Yeah,
They
definitely.
understand the hours you put in. They understand the dedication you have to your job. That works out really, really well. But if it goes sour, and that's not so pretty.
Is it? Yeah.
No,
That's
especially if you're in the same office.
That's it. I can imagine
Yeah, so
the
you
tension that
wanna-
builds.
yeah,
The
yeah.
quietness that builds in an office when
I have
you.
a few rules.
It's yeah.
Keep
yeah.
me out of trouble.
A few rules and a few bottles of wine.
I actually played two real estate agents' weddings, and one of them was their third.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I won't say the names but whatever. But they're super, super, super people, and now they're totally in love, and it's great. It's nice to
That's
see.
great, yes.
And it's probably because they're both real estate agents that,
It's true. It does help because they understand. Or if you have someone else that's also very busy and is dedicated, people in sales do get each other because they know,
Yeah.
you know what, you gotta work.
definitely.
It's not gonna fall from the ceiling.
Yeah, true.
But in terms of being a real estate broker, you have to have a passion, right? So
Yeah,
what
you have to love what you do. 'Cause
what motivates you?
what motivates me? I just told you, helping people's dreams come true.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Yeah, I love it. Every time every time someone buys a home and they're happy with their home, it's like a check mark.
Now I have another question.
Yeah.
Do real estate brokers take holidays, take breaks?
We do.
You do?
We're human.
Unbelievable.
That's it. Like you
We're
get that
human.
midnight buyer who calls you. Do you answer the phone, Bianca?
Not at midnight. Not at midnight.
Yeah.
But definitely, I do answer my calls.
People call at midnight.
I did two major condominium developments, and the big sign is out on the street. I would get calls at 6:00 in the morning.
Oh my God.
I just drove by.
Oh my God.
Say good, keep driving.
Like 6:00 in the morning.
Needless to say, patience is a virtue.
Patience, yeah.
Wow.
But like you said, like any job, if you're passionate about it, it just comes naturally.
Yeah, I have another question because we were talking about before, but do you feel like this profession is still a male-dominated one?
Not anymore. No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
This
I
is
think
good.
there's more female brokers than there are men.
Really, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the perception from the clients is positive or negative? It's okay.
I don't have any issues. I've never dealt with anyone that's told me they prefer a man over a woman,
Okay, fantastic.
especially if you're knowledgeable.
Okay.
Now, in terms of the profession, I think it's a profession of integrity as well, right?
For
And
sure.
determination.
Definitely.
So, let's say, for example, somebody wanted to sell their home, and you would present yourself. This seller would have to see you in a certain way to prove and to create a trust with you. Is that your main goal when you sign a contract with a seller?
When I go over to meet a seller for the first time, I like to show them the marketing plan, of course,
Mhm.
and then get to know exactly what their needs are.
Yeah.
Why are they selling?
Yeah.
Where are they going to go afterwards?
Mhm.
And and take it from there. And then we go through the process of looking at what has sold in the area,
Yeah.
what the competition is, and how could we best get the home sold for the most money. So
Okay.
that's how I would approach it. And of course, they get all of this information before they meet me.
Okay.
So when I go over, they've already had a chance to look at my credentials. My referrals are on there, so they can give my past clients a call if
Okay.
they choose to.
Mhm.
And then we go through the process of finding the right price
Okay.
and getting it sold.
Now, in this crazy market that we've been living, because everybody knows that we've been having a crazy time
It
during
is.
this pandemic,
Correct.
and there were many buyers that came out. Now, how do you prioritize, how would you allot your time to address all these multitude of buyers with such small stock?
Well, first of all, like I mentioned earlier, if you're a serious buyer, you're going to be pre-approved.
Mhm.
You know exactly where you want to go,
Yeah.
and you're going to be able to buy within the next 30 to 60, max 90 days.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
if you want to
Taking
only
notes.
if you only want to buy in 2 years, well, we have time.
Okay.
Okay, so you wanna know who the buyers are, where and when are they ready to buy.
So how is this market treating, let's say you, for example?
I've had a phenomenal year.
Good.
It's been a
Amazing.
wonderful year, continues to be. So yeah, it's been wonderful.
Oh,
No complaints.
And that's great.
Yeah.
It's good.
Hi, Louis. I know.
We have like
We have hand gestures in the background.
angels, beautiful angels
But
behind the cameras.
we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, Bianca Musto from Aurora Page du Quartier, for coming on the show today, and talking to us about yourself, your profession, and what it is that you can offer clients when they are in need to buy or sell.
Great.
Is there anything else that you would like to add about you?
I think that if you are looking for a professional to help you sell or buy, whichever is the case, I would definitely love to sit down with you and see how we can help you get your dream home.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Is that good?
Amazing.
Well, thank you both for having me.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for
Thank
coming.
you, Bianca. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody. And don't forget, we also have episodes of Likumbari coming on.
Don't miss
So
it.
don't miss it, guys. There's a lot of fun to be had. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.